Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and absolute pleasure to have you here today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love your comments, love your questions, keep them coming. And what a great community we have. First of all, quick correction, my bad, even though Switzerland's in Europe, it's not actually part of the EU bloc. However, Switzerland, from what I understand, from what I've read, does have an agreement that citizens of the EU can live in Switzerland without having to go through all sorts of rigmarole, and that Switzerland does have a extradition treaty with the US and other countries, but they have a lot of clauses in there that say financial crimes, etc. They can't be extradited for that. So just adding that to my Melania reading yesterday. Had a little peek. Trump media shares down to $22 a share, down from a peak of 71 way back all of 2 weeks ago. So I have to have a little chuckle there. Gosh, that's getting down towards only a quarter of what it was. I know it's not quite there, but maths was never my strong suit. However, the professionals in the industry have valued the shares at about $2 a share. So watch that space. It's going to be interesting. Now, what I'm going to have a look at first up, a few topics I want to look at. Now, if you ever ask a question, I say I've noted it down. Yes, it stays noted down. It's just takes a little while sometimes to rise to the top of the list. We'll have a look at Clarence. Clarrie missing in action yesterday. Now, he's 75 years old. 2 years ago, he went missing again, but he was still in touch with the SCOTUS. He was in hospital having an infection treated, but there's been no explanation for yesterday. Now, I was watching Dave at Tarot by the Bay last night in regards to this, and yes, I know what Dave got. I got a real pull towards a cancer diagnosis, but let's see where it goes. So Clarrie, yeah, he's not well. There's something there that's not well. So tell me about Clarence. Okay, you want me to stop shuffling? Entertainment only, using my Gilded Tarot Royale. This is the ill health card. It's not a vascular system ill health. This is almost like the body turning on itself type ill health. Um, Wounded, having to retreat, but it is very much about swords. They can be truth, they can be legal, but they're also scientific and medical as well, education, etc. So yeah, there's a medical issue here for him. The challenge is it's a really in your face medical issue. Pentacles can mean money, but they can also mean health, they can mean protection and security, they can mean nurturing and healing. But I'm just really getting I think he might get, if he hasn't already, he might be getting a big diagnosis that is really going to dictate the rest of his life going forward. Yeah, new information, like really inflammatory, um, uh, volatile information coming forward for him. New information coming forward, and it's going to be quite dramatic. In the past, the lovers, Clarrie and Ginny. I mean, this may be Ginny. I am asking about why Clarence was absent yesterday, but it may be Ginny. Um, you've got the lovers here, the masculine and the feminine, but it's very much also about the rise of the power of the feminine and the fading of the masculine. So I'm really thinking it might be. I might grab my pendulum and just have a quick look straight up. Which one am I currently reading on? I think I'm getting a draw to Clarence, but it might be Ginny. Just bring it ever so slightly so you can see that it's not me waggling my finger. I hold the pendulum like that. This is an amethyst that's been with me for 25 odd years, bit of craft wire from the shop, and a chain that was in my drawer. Round and round means they're ready. Sorry, round and round means they're ready for a question. Are you showing me Clarence Thomas? Are you showing me Clarence Thomas? So back and forth is a yes. Right, can I ask a question? I will double check. Are you showing me Ginny Thomas? And it's straight up into a no. So this is Clarence that I'm getting this on. So where are we going with this? Crowning this reading. It's going to be really restrictive for him. There's something here where he's going to find himself restricted by the medical requirements. And it's something within him. So I'm really feeling it's a cancer diagnosis. Got to pull towards chemotherapy, which would not surprise me with this card here. There's the doctors, the skilled health workers behind the scenes working on this, the path forward. Externally, not yet being revealed, so emotionally hanging on to it. Not emotionally revealing it as of yet. But this is not, it is, I'm going to say it's not a good diagnosis for Clarrie. Can't stand the guy, but I can feel empathy for him. I'm really getting it is not a good diagnosis for Clarence Thomas. Hopes and fears. Secrets coming to the surface and being exposed, but it's so much more than that. This is really about, it's about, thank you, it's very much about the journey, the path, and it is time to set off on this journey. You've got the feminine moon shining the light on it here, exposing. It's also emotional moon, the pillars of wisdom. It's just a path that he is going to have to travel, and it's not a pleasant path at all. We've got the Emperor in the outcome, the taking control, Emperor energy, but the basket is empty. His control he's going to find his position of authority, his position of control, the ability to dictate is going to be empty in the face of this health issue. And then we've got moving on, something really unexpected out of left field. I don't think he expected this. This is packing up the swords of truth, but it's also the medical profession moving forward. It can be the treatment, moving forward with the treatment. I think it's taken them out of left field. They might try and keep it quiet for a while with that Four of Pentacles, but here's the toxicity card. It's my chemotherapy card. It's toxic energy, but I mean chemotherapy is toxins. Keep it quiet for a while, but it's my chemo card. What we've got here is the Six of Wands, the information exposing things that have been kept secret, but there's a harsh truth coming forward, and it's a volatile truth, and it's secrets behind the scenes being revealed. And then we've got the Star of Healing. Okay, so my next question is, so I'm just going to put it out there. I think it's yesterday may have just been further testings, like a biopsy or something along those lines. But I don't think it's going to be good news. I honestly don't think it's going to be good news for Clarence going forward. So whatever this is it going to? It's explosive, volatile, new information brought forward that's going to be really medically restrictive for him. Is this, whatever this is, Is this going to force Clarence Thomas to step down from the Supreme Court? I mean, he's 75, but at the end of the day, he's only 75. My grandmother lived to 103 with all her faculties intact. Um, the doctor had trouble deciding what to put on the death certificate because literally, basically, the ignition didn't start. That was about it. There was no actual cause of death. It just didn't start in the morning. One morning. Okay. Getting back to Clarence, is this show me Clarence Thomas's future on the SCOTUS now? Forever ago, when the scandal of Clarence Thomas first came out, I did quite an extensive reading on it, and pendulum was that Clarence would step down before the mid-year solstice. Forgot to clarify which mid-year solstice. So whenever it happens, I just get the feeling it's going to be in the first half of the year. So show me Clarence's future on the Supreme Court. Let's have a look. Well, a light has been shone. The snake in the path. This is the here and now. The snake in the path has been revealed. It may be that this is an excuse that he needs. This is investigation. But it can also be introspection. Now, what am I getting here? I'm really getting a pull actually towards introspection. It's almost like he's had a realization of his own morality and that there's this snake on the path on his path forward. I mean, at the end of the day, there is only one guarantee when we're born, and it's not taxes. It's almost like I won't say I haven't had a come to Jesus moment, but the light has been shone on his own morality and things that can prevent his life going forward. And so he's having an introspection moment. Oh, and the challenge is. So I'm asking about Clarence Thomas's future on the SCOTUS. Tower moment. Now, tower moment, ooh, yeah, it can be awful, but it's also very much about deciding at fundamental, base, foundational, core level what is really important and just letting go of the rest. Just letting it go. So I'm thinking he's having a tower moment, two major arcana, foundation, yeah, emotions, really powerful internal emotions, queens of what's going on internally, kings of what's going on externally. Coming to terms is what I'm getting. So there's a lot of internal emotion happening here that is not being revealed to the rest of the world. Yeah, I'd say he's had a big health news message. Then we've got the Queen of Swords. She's very much about, again, internally doing, but she is looking to the future in a logical, like brutal clarity of truth manner about what you want your future. It's a reassessing card for me. A reassessing. It's also, as I said, it can be the medical profession itself. The immediate future, the King of Pentacles. Goodness, we've got a lot of big cards here so far. This is Clarence reassessing his health. I don't feel it's a money card. At the end of the day, money can't buy you good health. I really think he is reassessing his health. He was obsessed with the wealth side of things, but there's nothing quite like bringing things into clarity as in bad news in regards to like terminal news in regards to your health. Yeah, externally, walking away. 3 cups spill, 5 still upstanding, but emotionally, I think he's gonna walk. An offer is made here. Internally, wonder whether the offer is you need to step down. I mean, if you know anyone that's gone through chemotherapy, it is horrific, and radiotherapy. So internally, I just think internally he's thinking about putting in his offer to walk away. Hopes and fears, partnership, the relationship that he has with Ginny, but it's Wheel of Fortune, karmic. It is time, a difficult decision he has to make in regards to the truth about which way he goes forward. But we have then temperance, balance, moderation, healing, peace, coming to terms with peace in regards to this difficult and toxic journey that he's about to undertake. Again, we've got another 2 choice about. I don't know that he's actually decided, but I think he is going to, about what path he takes forward. Biggest yes card in the deck, as he's going to have fight of his life, and medically he's going to be restricted. It's coming quickly, and it is going to bring about a significant ending. It's not necessarily his death, it's just a significant ending and a new beginning as he sets off on this new path, moving on, disappointment and loss emotionally. Nothing like what he having this sort of diagnosis to really put you back on your heels to have a understand about what is really important in life. But a real emotional loss and disappointment. We've then got the complete and utter downfall and the toxic regime. He's going to be floored by this. There will be information coming forward about his health. There's no choice about it. It's going to be emotionally overwhelming for him. And then we have a new start on the SCOTUS. So I'm not going to do timing. I'm hopeless at timing. But whenever it happens, it's going to be in that between the. I keep getting that it's the before the mid-year solstice. So if it's not by, I'm just feeling it's going to be soon. Mid-year solstice, 22nd of June. Then it's 22nd of December, I believe. This is going to be, if you heard them, let me know. They just went, really? Because they know that timing is awful. Timing is awful. Yeah, this is the self-sabotage, the health self-sabotage. Really powerful truth coming for him. This, I'm just going to say, this physical infighting, power moment, reassessment, strength, and a message. And it's going to feel like it's out of left field, but then we've got the new beginnings. So I'm not going to say timing, it's just what I'm getting. I'm going to leave it like that. I do feel it'll be in the first half of a year. I get the feeling he wants to hang on to the election till, well, he wanted to hang on to the election until to see whether his mate Don gets back in. But I just think he's just had a big reevaluation blow. Okay, gonna leave it like that. Take care. Love to you all.